Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Ashley. Today we're going to be going through my March favorites, and I'm going to do it try-on style because I find that if I do it that way, it's just much more helpful than just talking to you about a product. So if you're excited about today's video, you can give it a like, thumbs up while you're watching, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. All right, we're going to start with our complexion, my complexion. I've been loving this Essence Fresh and Fit Radiance Primer, and it's pore minimizing. This gives me the most healthy, dewy glow to my skin, and I just find that it's super hydrating. I really don't think it does anything at all for pores, so that is a false claim. I mainly used it just for radiance. As you can see, it's very, very radiant. So I love that. And then for color corrector, I've been loving my Bobbi Brown color corrector. This is my very favorite. I can't find a dupe for this. And I put it in the areas where I have a lot of darkness and just sallowness, which is like right here on my eyes because they sink in. And I love that. This right here, color correcting is life. If you don't need to color correct, you are so lucky. I am jealous of you because color correcting is really a pain in the arse. And I have to do it around where I have redness and just darkness, which is around my mouth and down here for some reason. The foundation I've been loving, and it took me a while for it to grow on me, is the Bite Beauty Changemaker foundation. And this is in the shade L40. I was like, why is that like that? Okay. So I just put some on the back of my hand. Not too much. It's really very thick in consistency, but watch when I put it on. And I put it on the areas I need it the most first, where it has the most discoloration. And then I just kind of go put it on the nose. Everywhere else I need coverage. And I leave my forehead blank most of the time. And then I just take my foundation brush, which my favorite is the It Cosmetics Love Is The foundation brush. And I go over my eyelids. I'm just going to be feathering that through everywhere. And what I really love about this foundation is that it really looks so skin-like. It's really natural in coverage, skin-like, dewy, fresh, hydrating. I love it so much because my skin is ultra dry, so it appreciates this. I love that it doesn't break down over the day. My skin looks very healthy, plump. It provides medium coverage. It's just one of my all-time favorite foundations right now that I have been loving since I reviewed it maybe 2 months ago, something like that. I just love the coverage. I love the finish. I love everything about it. And it covers up most of my, discoloration, and it is buildable. It's a medium to buildable coverage, for me at least. I don't know about anybody else, but I've had nothing but great experience with it. And this is a perfect match for me. I love it. For concealer, I've been loving the Hourglass concealer. It was a big tie between that and the Pat McGrath. I love them both, but this one a smidge more, and I'll tell you why. I don't like this applicator. It picks up too much. I like the shape of the applicator. I don't like how much it picks up and flies around everywhere. So I just need this around some redness and a little bit to brighten. I'm in the shade Cedar, and I let that sit there just for a minute, just for a second, and then I've been taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This has been like my favorite. I have a couple of brow products in here that are favorites this month. Don't mind my messy bun. So I'm just going to brush up these brows while I'm waiting for my concealer to perform max coverage. So the concealer is maximum coverage. I mean, I'm talking like crazy coverage. I'm going to blend this out with my Sephora 56 brush. And as you guys can see, it is super brightening. It is full coverage to the max. I have very dry skin, And I find that I do not need to set this down, that it sets itself. It doesn't cake, it doesn't crease throughout the day, it doesn't lose coverage over, I don't know, I went overnight with this with my makeup one time. Sorry. But it doesn't lose coverage, it doesn't break down, it doesn't crease, it doesn't cake. It holds its own for so long. And that is so rare to find. And the fact that I don't have to set it is even better because I don't like setting my under eye. It's just I have dry skin to begin with. So when I don't have to set something, I fall in love with it. And the coverage is just max. But it doesn't look cakey. It's really lightweight and thin. So I highly recommend this to anybody that has been wondering about this concealer because it's my favorite. And there's the concealer. For powder, all over face powder, what I do first is I'm going to take my number 7 powder, Lift and Illuminate, right here. This is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, which I have right here. I use them both interchangeably, really. And I just go on my under eye with a fluffy brush. Not on my under eye, but like right here. Just so that looks really airbrushed. Do you see the difference between this side and that side? What that little bit can do? I'm just doing it on my pores, and I will do it on my T-zone where I get oily throughout the day. And a little around the mouth for my smile lines. I'm going to do brows after I do powder because I don't want powder in my brow. I don't want powder in the brow. Powder in the brow. Powder in the brow. For powder all over my face, I've been dying over the IT Cosmetics Celebration Powder Foundation, Celebration Illumination Powder Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Light, although it pulls pretty dark. So I just set the rest of the face where I didn't put concealer. And it adds a little bit more coverage. I was going to put the Bite Beauty powder in here, but I can't find it. And I would pick this IT Cosmetics over the Bite Beauty because the IT Cosmetics has a little bit of radiance, as you can see right there. It has coverage and it has a little bit of luminosity, and I love that about this powder. So moving into the eyes, I have a palette here that's pretty new to me, but I've been super obsessed with it. I have not been able to put it down. It's the Rowan 52 Degree eyeshadow palette. And it looks like this. It's got 4 shades only. But let's do our brows first because I forgot already about the brows, which is normally me. So I brushed up the brows. I'm taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. And I just start going in the middle and feathering it out to the end. And I have to back comb. I have to comb this way because I don't have hair underneath this brow hair. I have skin, and so when I go in one direction, it doesn't necessarily fill in that space. It just leaves it blank. So in order, if you have skin underneath and you're trying to fill in your brow hair and the skin is showing, back comb toward the nose instead of away from the nose. And just start doing the tail, and I just keep going until I feel happy with the result. I totally lied to you. The NYX one is not my favorite, okay? It's the IT Cosmetics. It's the Brow Power Micro Brow Pencil because look just how skinny this is. It is the teeniest, tiniest, most slim pencil ever. And it just gets those hair strokes so fine and so realistic looking. Like, look at my other brow. I did that so well, I think. I mean, you tell me in the comments. Do you think I did a good job? I like it. That's all that matters, isn't it? But it just is super precise. The color is perfect. It's that universal taupe. And I can make the hair strokes in the front of my brow actually look real and not like that block brow. I don't know how you guys feel at home about what I'm saying, but, and I back comb it like through and through like this. I just find it so easy and just precise. And that it's the perfect shade for me. I really love this brow pencil a lot. And then my favorite brow gel has been the Nude Sticks brow gel. And only this end, because this locks the hair in place. Does not let it go anywhere. It is like super glue for the brows. And it also helps the brows stand up, like stand at attention. If you want that fluffy brow look, this product is for you. I wish Nude Sticks would just come out with this brow gel only. I love it. Clearly, a lot has happened since I last saw you. I just did one eye off camera because I thought it would be easier. So I've been loving this Alamar Cosmetics Brighten and Bronze Complexion Trio, specifically for this shade and this shade. I like this shade too. Well, okay, so for all three shades. What I did was I put this in the crease right here, this shade. And then for my eyes, I'm going to be taking a small brush, like a small crease brush like this. And I'm going into this e.l.f. Bite-sized eyeshadow in Rose Water. And I'm going to take a tiny bit of that last shade. And I'm going to outline. I'm going to come from above, right here. And just make an outline a little on the bottom. And then feather it inward. And then take a different brush, just like a one that had the bronzer on it, and run that over it to blend together. Really very lightly. This is really easy to do. And then I'm going to be taking that Rowan palette, and I love this shade right here, these two. So I'm going to take this on my finger. This is almost like a taupe. Really, really beautiful. It's got shimmer in it, a little bit of glimmer. It's just really, really, really pretty. Like on its own. Do you guys see the little shimmer particles in it? And then I take this shade right here. And I'm just going to pop that in the center for added glimmer and gleam. So that's what that looks like. And I also have been taking my Tom Ford quad. This is in Seductive Rose. And specifically for the shade right here and the shade. I like them both. But I'm going to take this shade and top that on top of everything. Just for extra glimmer. Like, do you guys see that? I think it's so beautiful. Tom Ford top coats are amazing. But how pretty and just simple. And that's it for the eye. For the brow bone, I'm going to be taking this shade in that Tom Ford quad and just putting it. Do you see how that has pigment? And I'm going to put it right here on that brow bone. And I've been liking a matte inner corner, so I'm going to be putting that on the inner corner as well. Sort of up here. A very close second for my foundation is the Maybelline Dream Liquid Radiant Foundation. I've been loving that. And so for my mascara, my tight line, I've been using the Fenty Beauty eyeliner. And I just can't read what this is. In Big Truffle. So I just tightline the upper and lower waterline, lash line. And then I put a little bit, just sandwich it in between my lashes. And I make like the ugliest wing ever. Nothing huge. just combine that over here. Try to do the best I can. I'm really bad at eyeliner. And for mascara, you guys, the Bambi Eye mascara is my favorite mascara. Look what it does to the lash, just 2 coats. All right, I'm going to show you what this can do. I'm just going to do my eye like I normally would. I'm a weird mascara putter-oner. Is that even a word, putter-oner? I just put it on. I have to raise my eyebrows really high. And I blink into it a lot. And I find that this mascara wand is so soft. And it builds the lashes up so effortlessly, so fast. It fans them out. It lengthens. It grabs every lash. There's a waterproof version, but I get the washable kind. And oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. That's just 1 coat. And then I kind of let it dry. I like it for the lower lashes because it doesn't transfer. It doesn't flake throughout the day. I really like this mascara like a lot. And a trick to making your lashes look really ultra long if you don't have a lot of lashes is to actually close your eyes and actually feather the wand through the lashes. And it just makes it look like you have huge lashes. Do you guys see that? So I'm just doing 2 quick lash coats. And then I'll curl them with my lash curler. So that is it for that. I've been loving this e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge as well. Just throwing that out there. I don't know if I used it, but I've been loving it. For my contour, I've been loving the Kevyn Aucoin contour. And I just take it with the Wet n Wild P65 brush. And I just put it into the contour of my face, just a little bit, nothing huge. But I don't contour my nose with this because I find that it's just too much. If you hear all sorts of weird sounds, it's because it's the wind and I'm in the basement and it's creepy down here. So just do the jawline and under the lip and a little bit over. It just really makes the lip line look bigger than it normally would be. As you can see, it just gives some definition. And I've been using the Alamar Cosmetics Trio for my nose contour, this middle shade right here. And so I'm just going to run it with an eyeshadow brush. It's perfect nose contour color. Absolutely love it. And then I'll take this sponge and I'll run it through the powder and I'll even brighten up my under eye if I need it brightened. Do you guys see that? It just brightens everything up, and I'll brighten the center of the nose after I contour it. I'll just brighten up anywhere that needs brightening. Like, how pretty. This is such a good palette. I love it. So for regular bronzer, I know I'm crazy with all this stuff. I've got the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer, and this is in 110 Sunlit Glow. I love this. Love, love, love this. Taking my Rephr 22 brush, and I'm just going to apply that to the cheeks. Like, you guys, it has the tiniest bit of glimmer in it. Just the tiniest bit. It makes me look so tan, so healthy. And then I just take this and I go into a W on my face. A little bit under the chin. But I find that I can't go overboard with this bronzer. It's so flattering. It's a little bit cool toned. It's not super red or super orange. It's just really, really pretty and healthy. For blush, I've been dying over this Persona blush. These are the, oh, I can't forget, or I can't remember, but this is the Super Blush in Georgia. My very favorite. It's so pretty. It doesn't emphasize any texture. It's a gorgeous peach color. Put a little bit on the nose. And it has the slightest glimmer in it. But I find it so flattering. I'll show you guys. It's so pretty. See the slightest sheen in it? It's just absolutely beautiful. Highlight is a tie, so I layer them. I've got the Revlon Skin Lights and the MAC Double Gleam. The Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter, and I'll swatch this for you, is to die for. Look at that. MAC Double Gleam. These are so different, but so good. Both are so, so good. So this one's more golden, this one's more icy, but they're both really pretty. So I'm going to take the golden one, obviously. Why can I never find anything when I need it? I'm like, I've lost everything. Okay. My Real Techniques brush, and I just layer a little bit of this on, a little bit upward on the nose. And I just find it doesn't emphasize any texture that I have. It's really skin-like it says. So I put a little bit of that on, and then with this more icy shade from MAC, I just take it and put it right on the high points of the face. Just like that. A little bit here. And I'm not drenched in highlight. I don't look way too glowy. I think I have just the right amount on. For lips, I have been loving the MAC Whirl lip liner. So I just line my lips. Takes me forever. I overline a little. I feel like I can't do a good job. All right, for lipstick, I'm taking the Revlon. It's the new lustrous matte Revlon Super Lustrous Matte in 011 Untold Stories. It's the most perfect nude. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I go way too nude, but this is the perfect true nude. And for a gloss, I've been loving the YSL number 3 gloss. It looks like this, and I just put it in the center and way on the high points of the lips. It just gives it that nice wet pouty look. Like, how amazing does this all look? My favorite setting spray is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. It makes my makeup last twice as long, I swear. And finally, I have one last thing that I do. I take my Shop Miss A, AOA, $1 brow pomade, and this Sigma winged liner brush, and I take it and I swirl it in there, get the excess off, and I make a beauty mark, and then just pat it in. Like a single or a beauty mark on a blemish or something. Just anywhere I want a beauty mark. And I just find that makes me feel more put together. You know, obviously blended in. But how pretty. And that's what I do. So those are my favorites this month. Let me know your favorites down below for the month of March, or just your favorites in general. I would love to try them out. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.